All right, continuing on. I forgot what it's called, but there's one more thing you can do to paint out the inner border and outlines of the cabinet. That's an extra cost too. Certainly, all these options make the cabinets look a lot more better, a lot more stylish. And here's our pantry. With the shelving is kind of these wiring shelving. It's not like a nice solid wood. All right, that's something we're gonna upgrade in the future. Is make the shelving look nice and solid. Here it's gonna be another single what is it called? Right there, and then another one, and in the middle is going to be where our stove is, and more cabinets, more 36-inch cabinets. The island is a nice long island, enough for 3 chairs. The countertops for the whole kitchen is $5,000 for quartz. You can do the entry level 1 granite for $3,000. And I would at least upgrade to the level 1. I've gone into the homes that I've seen with the entry level countertop. You really don't want it. I understand budgetary reasons. Again, like a lot of these homes. The first time I came to this community, I was waiting for another broker outside that works at this community to help me in so I can look at the model home that is like the Jasper is mine. Since I never really got to walk around an actual Jasper, we just bought it from what we saw from the internet. So anyway, we had this. There was this couple that pulled up, and they were caught in by the sign on the outside that said this community was $180,000 and up. And what they don't get is, that's not including the options. And soon as they asked me what are some of the expenses on top, and then they were just like, oh well, we didn't realize. And the other important thing was they didn't even have a pre-approval. So I really encourage anyone going to a house is just to call your bank up, do an online. And a lot of these institutions, your banks, they're going to give you that pre-approval. They'll let you know what you qualify for. Mine took less than 5 minutes. I went through an online deal, and they just let me know right away. And then I called them up, and I was like, no, that's just not enough. Could you just give me my max? And they gave me, a bigger number, and that's where I understood what I could pay for. So, and you just gotta be realistic. So if you're buying if you're trying to buy, trying to reach your maximum 210. If you had like 210, then I would buy a home that's like 180 or something. You want something to work with. These options, they're not going to be cheap. An extra garage, we sacrifice on that. Is $6,000. We sacrificed laminate floorings. That was $4,000 to $9,000. Depending if you're buying a level 1 or a level 2. They have luxury vinyl even. All these things, they add up. You just gotta find out what you need, and then draw a line there. But absolutely, I think that the 2 most important rooms in this home, in anyone's home, is the kitchen and the master bathroom. So I really would say not to go cheap on those, because you can I guess you can go cheap with your kids, because they're not going to care. But you're going to care about your kitchen. The exterior home is one thing, but once when you're living in your home and you're seeing the kitchen every day. Oh man, to me that's something you want to make nice. So we splurged on our kitchen. There's much more you can do with any feature, any room, but we went to a limit with the kitchen. We went, we got marble counters, we got better cabinets, but we personally sacrificed on the stainless steel appliances, which which are actually recommended that you save money by go ahead and shopping on the outside for them, because the appliances they give you and the ones that you upgrade from are not, they're not cost. You're not saving that much. It's better to shop on the outside. And even I'm not going to talk about who's recommended what to me, but like just to say that it's just not. We sacrifice on some things ourselves. We're gonna of course we're gonna go ahead and buy appliances after replace the standard ones that they give us out with the ones we want. But we're just not, some things you don't have to go through True Homes to make nice. The important thing is what no one's really told me, and I kind of did research and found out and talked around. So the things you want to really splurge on is structural things, because some of the things you can do later that are less expensive to do later, such as the flooring you can do later, the kitchen counters you can do later. You don't have to splurge. My wife wanted a kitchen counter. She wouldn't say no to them. So we went with kitchen counters, $5,000 upgrade. I'm pretty sure we would have spent like $3,000 or $3,500 somewhere else with the same kind of counters, but whatever. The other thing is the bathroom. We were given the option to have a nice bathroom. Like we took, the only thing we took was the double vanity, and that was when our realtor, he stressed that, so we got that. And it's a shame that he didn't stress the other things too, but he kind of understood that we were like single, we couldn't afford a lot of house at that time. Prior to my wife's family helping me out with, giving us a boost in what we can afford. But before then, we didn't know. And then once we signed the documents, they couldn't make changes to the structure after a certain point. So I would, sorry about being so long-winded. So another thing is that bathroom. Make sure you get, a nice bathroom. Get that standing shower and that pearl bathtub that they recommend. That's the third. For me, that was $3,000. And let's go upstairs to see what the size of the bathroom is. And I think that's a general cost. It's around $3,000 for a bathroom. But you can see, even for like the size of our bathroom, $3,000 for it. So look at it. That is the size of our bathroom. Not very big, as you can see, and it's $3,000. But gosh darn it, I wish we make that change. So now we just have a bathtub that, there's a standing shower head and bathtub, but I wish we did the bathtub, the pearl bathtub, and I don't know how they would have done it, but like standing shower, pearl bathtub, dual vanity. So maybe it would have eaten into our walk-in closet, but hey, I'd rather have a nice bathroom. So let me see, let's go back downstairs. So if you're going to deal with True Homes now, I don't know with other builders, but True Homes, even though they have one model, like I said, they have a ton of floor plans for one model. So, Jasper, they have 7 different, they have like 3 or 4 different first floor plans, and then they're following second floor plans and there's a ton. You might want to, if you're deciding on one model home, what it looks like an exterior, and kind of get an idea what you want through an interior, that floor plan is going to have a lot more. So you want to really look at what you're going to get, because and on top of that, each floor plan, they allow you to make certain rooms bigger and do, you know, triple, you know, more than 2 windows, whatever. So with my floor plan, I was allowed to have like two windows here. I should have went with 2 windows, additional windows here. They're $150 a window, so heads up. I think that's just pretty much across the board. That's how much it's going to cost everyone to add windows. But yeah, I mean, and this is the flex room, and I saw another floor plan where it's kind of more traditional. Mine's open, where the doorway opens and you get like a little dining area here, and it's like a wall here where you got a butler's pantry, which I wanted, but with this floor plan, it's the same floor plan, but it's arranged differently. But that floor plan has a butler's pantry and like a kind of galleyway kitchen. They didn't have a pantry. Theirs is just like a straight kitchen with like maybe kind of like along the wall there's another, you know, cabinet, you know, and then it runs halfway through the kitchen, which this portion is small, but then it opens. That floor plan had this huge great living room, and I thought that was nice. And the second floor could look down from, you can look down to that floor, so that was a nice floor plan too, you know. But you know, I wouldn't believe it's the same style house, but you know, hey, their first floor is different. Okay, so here's the archways. I've seen this a lot in a lot of videos. We got archways too. Actually, my wife liked the archways. I like casings. Casing is where they just frame the doorway. Yeah, I like the, you know, colonial look. I liked a lot of things framed. So we didn't get much framing at all, because when you choose options like shades or framing, it's kind of like, especially with the windows, you got to do all your windows the same way. So if it's like $65 a window and you like to see shades and like a shelving and a casing for one window, well, you got to do them for all. Like that's, I think casing for a window is like, and which with the shells is kind of like a 125, and not to include the $65 or $75 shades that you can get, the blinders. So, and you have to do all your windows. So it's not a pricing for one thing. That runs out. We have 15 or 16 windows in our home. So that was right, $2,400, you know, for just the blinds alone. Something like that. My math is probably off, but it's substantial. You know, it all adds up. Okay, so yeah, sorry about being long-winded. You know, and I don't have normally I have my wife with me, so I like to kind of rush through what I want to say, but today I don't have her with me, and I just want to throw everything out there that's been on my mind. I just wanted to share. This is going to be, this flex room we're going to turn into maybe like either a playroom for my son, or we're going to maybe, you know, maybe like a worship room, and a nice sanctuary kind of like room, meditation room. Here's the closet again, and that's where, you know, like our cabling box is going to be. Oh, and another thing, the options, they add up pretty quickly. So we went from 210 and we are at so we put 20K in, and really I felt that we were just kind of like, we got 25% of what we wanted in a home. You know, certainly I kind of wanted more stuff, but I mean, all that really adds up quickly. So, second floor. Okay. So yeah, so these are the water lines. Yeah, definitely water lines. So that they're not electric lines, are actually water lines. So with this model, I thought some of the rooms were wasteful. I kind of like the other Jasper plan, how they arranged the second floor. The deal is with this one that I got, they made 2 separate rooms for utilities, and to me that kind of eats into, you know, my home. You know, I don't want big rooms for utilities. You know, this is a nice sizable walk-in closet, you know, and but it's just for my HVAC and the water heating unit and the heater unit. Well, I guess they're the same thing. But you know, this whole room is just for that deal. And then this whole room here is for my washer and dryer. It's called the folding room. Now, I don't care about that. I don't care where I fold my clothes. So to me, you know, this room is better served given split between these 2 rooms. And I can just buy a washer and dryer that stacks, you know, and I only need like kind of a small square for that. So kind of wasteful. So needless to say, examine your first and second floor carefully. I mean, it looks one thing on paper, but if you know, you can, for me, now that I see that there's so much space dedicated to these utilities, that I'm like, oh, I kind of regret that, you know. But the nice thing about this floor plan is it gives you a nice big master bedroom. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's bigger master bedrooms, but you know, coming from an apartment, to us that's nice, nicely sized, and it gives us a playroom, they call it a game room. So it's just about the similar space as the one downstairs, only slightly smaller. And I think this is where our TV is gonna go for this room, and then whatever couches we have here. Then here's one of our smaller bedrooms. It's a nice day out, and you know, it's a good temperature in here, so the windows are doing a really great job keeping all that blowing air on the outside. Oh, and they gave us a roof. Thank you, True Homes. So they put the shingles in. I just noticed that. So, because my last video, you can see the skylight, you know, light leaking in, but with this, they put the shingles in, and so we're pretty much covered up. Now I'm pretty sure this is in other videos too, but I'm just gonna address it. Each of your rooms do get like a light, and if you want a ceiling fan, that's $150 extra. So they put in a brace to keep the ceiling fan up. You don't have to, and the ceiling fan and the equipment to hold